My girlfriend told me she was pregnant and said it was fate. But then I found 3 sliced open condoms in the trash. She admitted she sabotaged them because she thought I'd never be ready for a baby. I've moved out, hired a lawyer, and I'm doing everything I can to legally separate myself from her and the child. I feel sick, guilty, and betrayed. But I know staying would destroy me. My girlfriend 25F and I, 26M, have been together for 4 years. We met at a mutual friends party and just clicked. She's vibrant, the life of every room, and for a long time she bounced out my more reserved nature. Lately, though, the spark has been fading. She's been pressuring me about taking the next step, which to her means buying a house and starting a family. I've been clear that with my freelance career being so unstable, now isn't the time. I feel like she hears me, but doesn't listen. She's incredibly close with her older sister. They're more like twins, talking multiple times a day. Her sister has 3 kids under 5, and her entire identity is motherhood. Lately, every time I see her, she's been laying it on thick. "You're not getting any younger, you know. Your eggs have an expiration date." Seeing my sister with her babies, it's just her whole purpose now. Don't you want that purpose? Mark was so scared, but the second they placed our first in his arms, he just changed. He became a man. That last one stung. I've been carrying the weight of our finances for months since my girlfriend's hours got cut. It felt like a dig disguised as concern. We use condoms. I've been considering a vasectomy, but it felt so final, and I've been wrestling with the idea. I kept a box in my nightstand. I'm a creature of habit, same brand, same everything. I even kept the empty boxes, a weird habit from my minimalist phase where I tracked my consumption. Thanks, passed me. 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend started talking about feeling off. She was nauseous in the mornings. My stomach dropped into my shoes. I bought a test, my hands shaking so badly I could barely hold it at the pharmacy. She took it while I paced in the living room. When she came out, she was holding it with this serene smile, 2 pink lines. "It's a miracle," she whispered. I saw white. I started listing all the reasons this was a disaster. My biggest client just dropped me. We're month to month on this apartment. We can't even agree on what to watch for dinner, let alone raise a human. I was spiraling, my voice getting higher and tighter. She just kept smiling, touching her stomach, saying, "It'll all work out. It's meant to be." I felt like I was going to be sick. I stumbled into the bathroom to splash water on my face and saw the trash can was full. We just emptied it yesterday. Poking out from under some tissues was a torn piece of foil from a condom wrapper. My heart stopped. I dug through it, and right at the bottom, I found 3 perfectly intact, unused condoms. The little spermicide lube packets were still full. They'd been carefully sliced open along the side with a razor blade, rendered useless. I felt the air leave my lungs. She must have been poking holes in them for weeks. I'm so careful. I always check the expiration date, but I never once thought to inspect the wrapper itself. Why would I? I trusted her. I remembered her borrowing my phone a lot recently to check the weather. I use a period tracker app for her because her cycles are irregular and it helps us plan. She must have been checking my app to see when she was most fertile. I told my 2 closest buddies. They were horrified. One just kept saying, "Dude, that's a violation on a cosmic level." They told me I had to get out now, that this was the biggest red flag I would ever see, but a part of me wondered if I was overreacting. Maybe she was just so desperate for a family she wasn't thinking straight. I'm staying on my buddy's couch. My parents would be over the moon about a grandchild. Telling them the truth feels impossible. My girlfriend has been blowing up my phone. "Come home, we're a family now. Don't you love me? You'll be a great father, you'll see." Top relevant comments. Commenter 1. "This is reproductive coercion. It is a form of abuse and is a crime in many places. She has unilaterally decided to alter your life forever without your consent. This is not a partner. This is a manipulator. You need to secure your finances, separate everything, and speak to a lawyer. If you are not 100 ready to be a father, you need to make your position legally clear now." Commenter 2. "She trapped you. The sister clearly groomed her for this. Think about this. If she's capable of this level of deception to get what she wants, what else is she capable of? You will be tied to this person and her intensely involved sister for the rest of your life. Is that what you want? You deserve to have a child with someone who respects you, not someone who sabotages you. OP's response: I'm in California. I've started looking into legal counsel. It's overwhelming. I'm not ready to be a father, especially not like this. I need to figure out how to financially and legally separate myself from this situation before the baby arrives. It feels cold, but I can't be forced into a role I didn't choose. OP adds an edit to the post. I've retained a lawyer. I'm going to formally establish that while I will fulfill my legal child support obligations, I do not consent to parental rights and will not be involved in the child's life. I know that sounds harsh, but being raised by a father who was trapped and resentful isn't fair to anyone. My lawyer is also looking into the legality of what she did. It's a gray area, but we're building a case. My buddy, the one whose couch I'm on, managed to get her talking over text. He pretended to be sympathetic, said I was just scared. She admitted it. She said, I just knew if I waited for him to be ready, we'd never have a baby. Sometimes you have to make things happen. No remorse, just justification. I'm done. Update, 2 months later. It's been a whirlwind. The legal process is slow, but my lawyer is a shark. We've filed everything to sever my parental rights, which is an uphill battle, but we're pursuing it based on the fraud and coercion. We'll see. The biggest update is my living situation. I couldn't stay on my buddy's couch forever, so I moved in with another friend, Sarah. We've known each other since college, and she had a spare room. It's been amazing. We cooked together, we watched terrible movies, and she's been my rock through all of this. We started dating about a month ago. It's calm and respectful, and everything my last relationship wasn't. I'm not rushing anything, but it feels right. Telling my parents was a nightmare. They were devastated, both by the pregnancy and my decision. But after I showed them the text where my ex admitted to tampering with the condoms, my dad just hugged me and said, no son of mine will be blackmailed into fatherhood. Their support means everything. As for my ex, her texts have shifted from pleading to angry. You're abandoning your child. You're a coward. I've saved everything. Through the grapevine, I heard her sister is already planning the nursery in her house, since that deadbeat won't be around. It just confirms I made the right choice. That child will be surrounded by their mother and aunt's toxic mindset, and I want no part of it. I'm focusing on rebuilding my career and my peace. Sarah and I are taking it one day at a time. I'm grateful for this community. When I was lost, your comments were the compass I needed. Thank you for helping me see I wasn't crazy. Thank you for giving me my life back. Top relevant comments. Commenter: how are you handling the guilt about the child? OP's response: it's the hardest part. I feel a tremendous amount of guilt for the kid who didn't ask for any of this, but I truly believe the most responsible thing I can do is not be present as a reluctant, resentful father. I'll ensure they are financially provided for, as the law requires, but I can't be a dad under these circumstances. It's a terrible situation my ex created, and the child is the ultimate victim. Commenter 2: the Sarah development is the plot twist we all needed. So happy for you. OP's response: ha 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 ha. Thanks. It was a surprise to both of us. After being in a relationship where I felt like a means to an end, being with someone who sees me as a person is revolutionary. We're just seeing where it goes, but it feels like a fresh start.